Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube. What's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And yeah, I'm fresh off of vacation, man. It's good to get away from this stuff for a second. Come back here and do a nice little video. Been paying attention, man. I see. So I guess the beta is coming in June. This is a little earlier than normal, so it's gonna be interesting to kind of see what they try to do with this 24. I'm more interested in the crossplay thing, you know, for my leagues and stuff. Yeah, that crossplay should be really interesting. Hopefully it can finally happen this year. But gameplay wise, I'm basically at a point with Madden where it's like I just have to see it. It's like I don't care what they could tell me anything at this point. Now I'm probably prone not to believe it or just to look at it kind of sideways, because it's just like at this point, you know, the game kind of plays itself in a sense that, you know, it's so much ridiculous stuff that happens. It takes away from actually a good game that they made gameplay wise. If we could get away from some of the momentum stuff and some of the ridiculous stuff, I mean, if you really know what you're doing with this game, you can play it at a level where it's not really a whole lot of issues. My issues with the game start when they just simply don't do what you ask them to do or what you put them in a position to do. It's not really with you know, a lot of the movement stuff, because, you know, with the mechanics and all that stuff, the movement is pretty good. You know, if you can get it down for the most part in every situation, if you know what you're doing, you know, you have good stick pressure, you have your mechanics good, you know, you could take away some things. And then there are plays like that where your defense will just stand there. Two guys stand on the spot and just watch, or they'll just call a mystery pass interference call like they're doing right here. And it's, you know, it becomes a battle of like user control versus AI, you know, or AI enhanced kind of breaks. And so it almost seems like at times the game is keeping the score close. Like you have situations like that. They won't let you click on, they won't let you do anything. But, you know, for the most part, when I think about it, if I call the right things and do the right things, most of the time, you know, if I can get a guy in a good position, I can make a play and things will happen. Like I said, the responsiveness to me is more of an issue with the game. You know, getting rid of the momentum stuff where, you know, you aren't tricking off time, you know, wasting time trying to make the same adjustment to one receiver because the opponent has the momentum and there's a question mark and you can't get the hot route and you can't do anything. And so, yeah, all that the silly kind of circus stuff, man, that needs to go by the wayside, because we just, at this point, we want a decent and consistent game to play. Nothing else. I want to be able to click on and I want to see the guy that I click to do something. You know, like in that case and in most of the cases, I think that's what the community wants. And I just have a hard time believing we want to see more momentum in this stuff up top. We just don't want to see it. We just want the game to do what we ask it to do. We click on, let's see the player do what you ask him to do, or if you're doing the right things. If you're not, then, you know, let that show too. And I think they're doing the community more of a disservice with all of this AI nonsense and all of this kind of help stuff, because you're not teaching people how to, they're not teaching people how to play. There's no prima guide to this game anymore. It's like, that's why I put out the stuff that I put out, and I know it's so relevant because I know that, you know, nobody else is really putting it out there. Not in these terms anyway. But, you know, case in point, most recent video I put out, probably I think, what did I title it? The greatest catch mechanics video in Madden history. Y'all might want to go get that. Like, serious business. If you are serious about playing Madden, now a lot of people have gotten it, but if you are serious about playing Madden, that might be the video you want to go get, because it's going to teach you things about catch mechanics that you just did not know exist. And it's gonna, the impact of what it does for you is gonna be immediate. So I'm gonna continue doing this stuff. So, but in 24, it's just gonna be more and more pertinent. And so I guess the guys that are or have been following these mechanics and been getting the virtuals and sessions and all that stuff, they'll tell you, they'll be the first, go read the reviews, they'll be the first to tell you they are like way ahead of the game. Like way ahead of the game, and way ahead of the curve in terms of the things that they were able to do last year. It's almost like night and day from year to year as you know, as we put these mechanics out, you know, you're able to really, especially on this game, like the positioning, that kind of stuff right there, it's crazy on this game how consistent you can be with it. You know, you understand, I play in my leagues are super tough, but you know, I've gone 4 or 5 weeks without throwing a pick. Now imagine that in a 7-minute sim game, you go 4 or 5 games without throwing one interception, and I throw a lot. Yeah, I put it in the air. So you have to have your mechanics, you have to have your scheme. And I'm not just saying you're just gonna be able to just throw the ball at anybody, because you don't. It's strategy involved in this stuff. You see these guys, they play these they don't send anybody. Some of my clip games. And so, but you have to be able to play under every circumstances. I tell people all the time, if you don't see, you watching somebody's videos and you don't see the things that that they're telling you that they can do consistently, and you don't see them do them in clutch situations, if it's always just a practice mode video or always just the same looping clip over and over again, then you got to ask yourself, you know, I know you're paying whatever you're paying for the ebooks or whatever. And like I said, I don't knock nobody's hustle, but I'm just like, come on. You want to watch people play, or do you want to learn how to play? Because all the ebooks in the world won't do you any good if you playing against a guy who has good mechanics and he bought the same ebook. Yeah. Think about that for 10 seconds. All right, time's up. But you know what I mean? It's like, at some point we gotta stop blaming Madden for the things that we can change. Now there are things that can be done. You know, the things that I teach are definitely like, you know, one-offs or things that most people would not know. And so once you start to apply these things to this game, you should see a certain result. And that's what I mean by the community just wants to see the consistency. They shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be a secret. Most of this stuff that you know, that I put on my website and all this stuff, or my virtuals and sessions, should not be a secret. Most people should be able to just learn this stuff if they just apply common knowledge. But like I said, there's no guide. They basically just sell us a code and say, go play. And so nobody learns. And so this year, yeah, I'm definitely coming with my little guide for playing 24, because the game's coming out early. So by the time, I guess, the real deal happens, yeah, I'm gonna have something in place where people can come and yeah, really know and have a breakdown of what's gonna be happening in the game that they're gonna play. And it's gonna be efficient. These guys will tell you the stuff that I put out is no joke. But again, to me, I want to see everybody learn this stuff, or everybody kind of know this stuff, so that the community as a whole, so that we can stop all the belly aching about things that we can change. Case in point, you have to learn how to get position. I talked about squeezing L2 full squeeze, half squeeze in one of the last videos. So here's a case in point. Press coverage, Sneed, really good corner superstar, has, you know, all the bells and whistles on him. But if you learn how to position with a player who's just a normal, I think this guy might be a normal, he might be a star. But if you learn how to position, once you click on, as as you're clicking on, you're going to lean into the body because of the positioning where the ball is and where I am, on the field. I lean into him, little squeeze of L2, then I come off squeezing R2, go for the catch, and you see the separation like right at the end. These are mechanics that everyone should know. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It is your boy, Coach DC 404. I am out.